Hello students, I hope all of you are fine. Okay, so in this video lecture we're going to discuss the poetry Fire and Ice written by Robert Frost. And this poetry is from your course book, that is The First Flight. So before we get into the poetry section, let us understand or let us know a bit about the poet Robert Frost. Okay, so Robert Frost was born on 26th of March 1874 and he used to write poems based on nature, or I would rather say he used to write poems which had nature as the basic element. Okay, so this was the basic theme of most of his poems. His poems were inspired by nature. The same thing we're going to see in this poem as well. So let us start it from the very first paragraph. Although this poem is a very short one, it's just an 8-liner or a 9-liner, but it has a very deep meaning that it hides within. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great, and that would suffice. Now, very first line. Some say the world will end in fire. Now, before we understand the first line, let us understand the title of the poem, that is Fire and Ice. So, fire and ice over here, we are not talking about the literal meanings of both these terms, but we are talking about the metaphoric meaning of these terms. Metaphoric meaning of fire is desire in this poem, and ice is hate, desire or passion. Desire or passion is the metaphoric meaning of fire, and the metaphoric meaning of ice over here is hate, intolerance. We can consider that also. Okay, so let us now keep these into consideration while we read out the first line. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say the world will end in fire, meaning some say the world will end because of desire, because of want, because of hunger. Okay, some say that the world will die, world will end because there will be too much desire, too much of need, too much of want, and too much of a hunger for things. But some say that the world will end in ice. Some say that the world will end because of hate. Okay, so in these two lines he's saying that I've heard people saying that the world will end with desire, and some people say that the world will end in ice, means hate. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But then he says, but whatever I've tasted of desire, meaning, for whatever I've tasted me, whatever my experience is. Tasted me, whatever my experience is. Whatever my experience about desire is, I hold with those who favor fire. So I support those people. Hold over here means I support those people. PPORT. I support those people who favor fire. Who favor fire meaning who favor desire. Who favor desire. Again from the beginning, pay attention. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I've tasted, what my experience about desire is, I support those people who say that the world will end because of desire. So according to the poet, the world will end, or he supports those people who say that the world will end because of desire. Okay, next line. But if it had to perish twice, perish meaning over here, perish means but if it had to die or end. But if it had to end twice, he's saying if the world will end basically in the beginning, so it will end because of desire. But if the world had to end twice, if something happened and the world had to end twice, then I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great. Ice means hate. This is what he's saying. He's saying that, but if the world had to end twice, then I know that hate is also enough to end this war. There is so much hate in this world that it would be enough. It would be sufficient to end this war. It is also great and would suffice. Suffice meaning and would be enough or sufficient. Okay, and would be sufficient. Okay. Okay, now you can just underline these things. Enough of hate. Okay, then underline sufficient. Then underline for destruction. For destruction. These three phrases. Okay. Take an arrow from enough of hate would be sufficient for destruction. Okay. So this is the poem. I'm going to read this out again. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to end twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great. And would suffice. And that would be sufficient. That would be sufficient meaning desire, hunger, and hatred would be sufficient to end this war. Okay. But now remember that we are not going to get into the literal meanings of fire and ice. Okay, we are going to get into the metaphoric meanings of fire and ice. Over here, metaphoric meanings of fire and ice. For fire, it's desire or passion, and of hatred, and of ice, it is hatred. Okay, so these are the metaphoric meanings. Okay, so figure of speeches. Basic figure of speeches. First is metaphor. Okay, first is metaphor. Second one, metaphor means for fire and ice we have used their words desire and hatred. So these are the metaphoric meanings. The other one, some say and some say over here. In the first and the second line, there is a repetition of the phrase, right? Some say and some say. So this is anaphora. The second one is anaphora. A-N-A-P-H-O-R-A. Okay. Okay, this much for this time. Rest will continue afterwards. Till then, play safe. Thank you.